Good evening, everyone that is following the Tweet Be Happy by Darla Tweeten live. Today is April 7th, 2026. So we come to you live every Tuesday night, and it's at 6 o'clock Pacific time, 7 o'clock Mountain, 8 o'clock Central time, or 9 o'clock Eastern time. So I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Iowa, and I have been a demonstrator for about 8 years, and it is very, very fun to do. I have made many friendships. I have felt like I belong to a community of people that are worldwide, that understand me, that understand my love for paper and stamps, and just all in all, just sweet, kind people. So I am going to wait just a minute longer, I'm checking my iPad down below here to make sure that the orientation is correct. Most of the time it is correct, so I really shouldn't have to worry about it, but there's just that 1% of the time that I do worry about it because it didn't work. I did an update on my phone or something like that, and it messed with my video. So welcome. It is winter here again in Iowa. I don't know what the temperature ended up being today, but I think it was only in the 40s perhaps, but tomorrow it's supposed to be in the 70s. Can you believe that? And then it's supposed to be real windy, and then it's supposed to be blowing up some rain. So, we could use the moisture, that's for sure. So I am going to go ahead and turn my camera down to my work surface because I got a neat stamp set that I'm really excited to share with you guys tonight. It is called the Swirled Designs. Does anybody have that bundle? It is a stamp set and a set of dies, and the dies are just beautiful. They cut out very, very delicate pieces, and they're the kind of dies where you can't hurry with them because they're just so intricate. But there again, Stampin' Up! Did a marvelous job, and I'm appreciative of the job that they did do. So I will go through some business items to start with tonight. I do have an email that I send out. I like to do it, twice a week. So that would be, 4 times 2, about 8 times a month. I don't always get that done, but what I do in these emails is, for those of you that aren't always on Facebook or Instagram, the social media stuff, I do cater to those that like to get emails. So plus it's just my way of protecting the people, the customers and team members that I do have, that if something ever happened, with Facebook or Instagram or something like that, I could still send them emails. I could still communicate through that. So please sign up for my emails if you are not currently a subscriber. So the next thing I want to visit with you about is the events that I hold every month. I do hold a kids' night the third Wednesday of each month. And this Kids Night is an opportunity. It is held at a venue in Claring called Pushing Up Daisies. And we do it at 5 o'clock, 5 to 7, and we're usually done by 6:30. But it is an opportunity for the working women to have an evening out with friends, meet new friends, and just totally relax by doing something that is easy to do. Assembling greeting cards that are already pre-cut, and it's just a really nice evening. The next thing I'd like to tell you about is I do have a class in my home every third and fourth Friday of the month. We call that stamping with friends, or cards and friends, and it is held here in my home, in my studio, and it is an excellent opportunity for people that want to gather in person and maybe gather in a small group setting. And so they come to my home, and it works out good for me too, because there's always, I don't know, a stamp set that I forget, or maybe I shorted somebody, a cardstock or something like that. So all of these events can be found on my Tweet Be Happy business page, and it's under the tab events. And if you would go and say that you're going to an event, that helps me plan the number of kits that I need to get prepared. The final thing that I want to visit with you about is something that I'm going to do again. I'm going to attend this virtual album retreat. Hi, Nancy. How are you tonight? I hope it's warmer where you are than it is here. It's really cold and a strong east wind. But this virtual album retreat is a 3-day retreat. And just like it says, it's virtual. You get to do it in the comfort of your home. And it goes, this is Mountain Time, 2 to 9. So it goes for 3 days, and you will do 10 pages. So you will need to, if you're interested in this, the cost is $250. I feel it is very, very worthwhile. You get lots of paper products. You'll get, let's see, flops to put your photographs in. Why can't I think of what they're called right now? But anyway, you'll also get page protectors. You'll get everything but the album. So when you finish this 3-day retreat, you will have 10 pages finished. Now, if you're like Darla, I kind of fall behind when I'm watching these retreats, but that's no big deal because they are recorded, and I can go back and watch them later. They will be on Facebook for 30 days. It's an exclusive Facebook group, so you'll be able to, get the cutting instructions from that Facebook group. You'll be able to share hints with other people that are doing this retreat. And this is not just for demonstrators. This is for customers and demonstrators both. It's for anybody can take this retreat. Now, one thing I want to tell you about, I know the price is $250. You got to remember, if you're a demonstrator, you will get your demonstrator discount. But we have rewards. Every time you place an order with Stampin' Up, you get 10% of your product order that is put into a bank. Well, that is how I was going to pay for my virtual album retreat. I had enough rewards that I could, just spend it, and I owed $0 on it. So that was pretty exciting. So that's why you save up. So it's like Christmas, That's why you save up your rewards, so that you can buy something that, you might normally have not bought because of, you know, the work, the price, whatever. But the other virtual retreat that I did, it was very worthwhile, and I learned so much. But now I just have to put the pictures in those albums. The last virtual retreat, we did 12 pages, and we did it, you know, each month of the calendar. So you don't have to do it that way, but I just chose to follow it as they had suggested. So the other thing I'd like to talk to you about is the April product of the month. Stampin' Up! Did not do celebration this year. Instead, they're doing some other different things. And one of those is when you place a $75 order, you can purchase whatever the product of the month was for that month. Now, for example, in April, it is a eyelet blooms die, and it is 167984. And I just realized that I'm in a shadow. I've got this neat little light that I always forget to attach. So there, that kind of helps, doesn't it? So, so anyway, so if I did not want the die, for example, and I had not gotten the March product of the month, which was this Darling Notes of Spring, we used that last week on my live, you could order that. You could only order one, though. If I had already ordered the March product, I could not order another one. But if I had not ordered the March product and it was in April, I could get that March product. Now, also, if I wanted to get the April product also, I would have to place another order of $75. They do require that every order is $75, and then we get the $5 product of the month, okay? Enough on that. Any questions? Just kind of let me know, okay? Nancy said it rained, snowed, hailed with wind and occasional bright sunlight. 29 degrees, then up to 50. Oh my gosh, that is wild weather. I thought that only happened in Iowa. Goodness, I did not realize that. Okay, so I hope your day. We'll probably get that tomorrow. That's probably what's going to happen. Another thing I wanted to tell you about is, and I have not done that yet, those of you that ordered in the month of March, $50 or more, I am needing to email to you the projects of the month club that the Marvelous Lollies collaboration has put together. So I do need to be doing that for those of you that placed a $50 order. Now, this is really exciting. I love this project of the month. We have 7 beautiful demonstrators that we have, we've assigned, 3 of us to each month, and each month that we're assigned to, we get to create a project and write up, a PDF and share that with you. Also, there's one gal that does a video each month. So this is so exciting. I hope those of you that have gotten the January and the February, I hope you've really enjoyed them, because it's been fun doing it. So, and as you can see, Nancy that's on here this evening, she's one of those gals that is participating in this group. It started out as an accountability group. Well, it still is an accountability group. We did not know each other at all, and we set goals, and then we keep each other accountable for what our goals are. And another thing we wanted to do is we wanted to maybe not all seven of us be doing the same thing, but by breaking it down into 3 each month, then those 3 will save the rest of us work. you know. So just it's that old adage to work smarter, not harder. So I really have enjoyed, you know, getting to know these gals. So that is every month that happens, okay? So tonight what we're going to do is we are going to be looking at the Casing Tuesday Sketch 559. And it is on, if you have the mini catalog that unfortunately is going to be getting done here pretty soon. It will be done at the end of April. And on page 51, you will find the Woolly Friends. And do you know what? This is a punch. I didn't think I needed it. So, but then I saw some samples. And so the couple of times that I've tried to order it, it's been unavailable. And would you believe today I got an email, because when you go to order things and if it's not available, you can check a box that they will notify you when it comes back in stock. And would you believe today I got an email that said this was back in stock. I haven't ordered it yet though. So you know, I'm not sure what I'm not sure if I will. I'll probably be sad if I don't, but I did send in my pre-order for the new catalog that's coming out May 5th. And I spent a little bit more than I probably should have. So I'm going to try and, you know, I'm going to try and not get it. Okay. But I do want you guys to know that if you have been wanting it, it is available now. So this is Card Sketch Casing Tuesday 559. And what I chose to do with this set is I've had this January online exclusive called Swirled Designs. I hope that fits in my camera. I've had this set for a while, and I noticed when I was getting ready for this live today that it's on last chance. It's still the full price. The bundle was $42.25, and the bundle price is $167.311. So it is just a fun set. So I am going to show you tonight how I cut out some of these dies and stuff. So they are, like I was telling you earlier, they are very delicate. They're very neat. So the first card I did was just this simple card right here. You know that one of the tips that I suggest you do is to put all of your stamp sets on blocks. And I did do that. However, because I was running out of time for this live tonight, I went ahead and just pulled out just a piece of basic white cardstock that I have cut, you know, to use as a layer. So what I did was I created this card just as I was using the stamps for the first time. I think it's the second time I've used this one, but anyway, I did specialize with the retiring in colors. I used the Petunia Pop cardstock, and then for this circle I used Petunia Pop. I used excuse me, Pretty in Pink for that. I call it a blotch. And then the green, I believe, is Shy Shamrock that I used. And then obviously I used the Shy Shamrock for the blessings part, but it was kind of hard to read. So I did go over that with the Memento Black. So I don't know. It's okay. I will, you know, send this to a non-card maker, if you know what I mean. Okay. So that is just a simple card that I made. That was really a lot of fun, a lot of color. And I'm not sure next week if I'll use the retiring in colors or not, but I do want to tell you that I believe all the refills are gone. They're no longer available, but I did see today, as I was quickly looking at the last chance list, that you could get some of the stamp pads and some of the blends. So I can't encourage you enough to, if you don't have those, please go get them before it's too late. So the first card we're going to make on the video tonight is just a piece of the thick white cardstock, and I'm using the normal, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And what I did was I cut just an 8 1/2 and 11 in half. So then it says the second layer needs to be 3 1/2 by 4 7/8. So I used some more of that Painted Illusion, which is the product of the month. And I did not check to see if that was still available. But the first card I did was this card right here. So I love that swirl. I love those greens. So since I'm going to call it side A on the first card, we're going to use side B on the second card. And we will be creating something similar to this. And what I wanted to show you, I'm going to go ahead and, let's go ahead and, with our Seal Plus, let's go ahead and adhere this. Now, I don't know if there's an up or down right way. I'm going to have them pointing down. And it's kind of further over to the right-hand side of your piece of thick white. So the next layer we want to do is this layer right here, and this is 3 1/2 by 4 7/8. And according to the sketch, it goes, kind of in the middle of the card. It is lined up on the right-hand side. And remember what we're doing. We're following this Casing Tuesday 559, and they use the sheep on here. I guess I misspoke. That layer they took all the way to the edge. Now that I look at it, it's kind of fun to look back at those. And I did not use dimensionals on my first card that I did, and I think it's a little flat. So let's go ahead and use some on this card. There again, I love to make the same card sketch many times. It turns out different every single time. I'm using my Take Your Pick tool to pull off the backings of the adhesive. I don't have nails, and so it works really well for me. So I am going to use the lines on my cutting mat here and make sure it kind of helps me eyeball where they're at. Okay, so that is the third layer. Now the fourth layer is 2 5/8 inches by 2 3/4 inches, and the sentiment is 2 inch by a 5/8 inch piece of cardstock. So I am not going to per se cut the fourth layer, the 2 5/8 by 2 3/4. Instead, I am going to use these die cuts from the Swirled Designs. I don't know. Hello, Peggy. How are you tonight? Those of you that are watching, do you guys have these dies? They are very fun. But like I said earlier, you can't be in a hurry when you use them because they're very delicate. So this is the die that I cut out. And go ahead and make sure you clean it out right away after each use. So you can see where it just punches out all of this fun stuff. And I did, at first when I used these, I used the DSP. And obviously it cut it much, much better. With the cardstock, I don't know if I needed to run it through twice, but I didn't think it showed up enough on my first card when I used the DSP. Like for example, right here, on this triangle, I used the DSP. I thought on my second card here, I would perhaps use the Petunia Pop cardstock. So I have a little piece here yet that I'm not going to try and get out. I'm just going to leave it. Okay. So that is that. And when you cut these out, there's also a center that comes out with them. Isn't that fun? So you could use this and this, or you could use this and this, whatever you want to do. So I think I'm going to put that right there for right now. I do have this other circle. I have it out of the DSP, and like I said, it cut like a dream. When I did the cardstock, it didn't like it as well, but I didn't cut it through twice either. So I don't know, you know, they're all pretty. I think I like the DSP better. What do you guys think? Do you like the DSP better? Or do you like the cardstock better? There is also this cute little leaf that is a die cut too. There's a triangle, there's a circle, and there is a beautiful star. They are really, really beautiful dies. So those are the 4 dies that we could choose from in this. Now, besides those dies, you guys, there's also more loopy-loos, there's more triangles, there's more stars, there's flowers. I mean, you could really go crazy. It looks like some leaves right here. I don't know if the leaves go with this flower. Maybe they do. Obviously, I did not allow myself enough time to play with these dies, but I have enjoyed what I have done. Okay, so let's go ahead and I'm going to kind of like put this on top of that cardstock and maybe put the triangle like right there. I don't know if I want it flat. I'm not really sure. Isn't this fun? I wonder where the center of my triangle went. My cardstock. Maybe it's behind me here. Yep, here it is. Here is the center of my cardstock. That is right there. So you could put that also in there. You could, you know, raise that up if you want to. You could raise this one up if you want to. Just really fun. What do you guys think? Do you guys like this? Now, then I don't know if I'll use the flower on this one. We'll see. But let's kind of think about, you could also do the star too if you wanted to. So I think it's getting a little busy though. So let's go ahead and do our sentiment here. Well, let's see. Yep, let's go ahead and do our sentiment. I really liked that blessed sentiment from the Blessed Beginnings. And I don't know, I'm gonna do it in black. So we'll make it be very prominent. So let's go ahead and stamp that about like that. Ooh, that's beautiful, isn't it? I love that font. So then I'm gonna close this memento for right now, but we will come back to using that. So let's go ahead, and are you guys wondering how I'm gonna adhere this these little pieces to this cardstock? Yeah, I did not think to use the adhesive sheets, so I'm just going to take a little bit of glue and on my silicone sheet, and I will be really careful not to move the pieces, because when I glued the first card's pieces, you can see where they've dried clear now, so I don't have to worry about getting a lot of glue. Oh, I don't have to worry about getting any glue onto the pieces that I've already done. So, okay, so let's go ahead and put our card together. I did like this triangle being flat up here. Let's go ahead and put that up there. Okay, and then we are going to the center of the triangle. We are going to pop that up with some dimensionals. But before I did that, I wanted to stamp in Memento Black. I wanted to stamp these cute little stars. And I don't know if I can do it now if I got the dimensionals on there. Let's go ahead and pull out the piercing mat. Make it spongier like. Yep. Hoo-wee. That worked. That worked. Good job. Oh, stars are aligned tonight. Let's go ahead and pull these backings off. And there is a definite way that this triangle fits in here, but I'm going to raise that up just a little bit. What do you guys? I think I like that better raised up. Last time when I did it flat. So I think I like it better raised up. So let's go ahead and, I think I wanted to do the pink side, not the green side. Oh well. Yeah, I messed up there. I meant to do the green side. And then, hello, Peggy. And then I will do this on top of there. And they're, you know, they've just got that adhesive glue on there. You can see that the glue is on my silicone mat. I don't know if I want that on there or not. I don't think I'm going to put that center in there. And I don't think I'm going to do the center on the star either right here. Okay, let's see what... Okay, let's go ahead and do our blessings. Is this the blessings that I did, or is this the wrong one? Well, this is the one we're going to use. So I'm going to use that black just a little bit more. I'm going to put my hand in it. Just watch me, you guys. So let's go ahead, and this blessing is supposed to be 2 inches by 5/8. So 2 inches isn't very long, is it? So it can be as long as you want. So we're going to go ahead and cut that off. And part of this, I'm going to put this silicone mat over here, and part of this stamp set is a bunch of dots. So we are going to put dimensionals on this, and we will pop that up, something like that. Yeah, I want it to have a lot of height. may have to pay extra postage on this. But before I did that, I wanted to bring out the Pretty in Pink. I wanted to, there are some dots here that look like, like splatters of water or paint. I wanted to stamp off and then just do second generation on the blessings. I don't know if, could you guys see that? I might have been off camera when I did that. So that's my blessings, okay? So then I'm going to just kind of put some dots just randomly on the paper, and obviously carry it inside the Pretty in Pink dots. I need to do another set here. Okay, so what a simple fun card. Those of you that are watching me, have you guys gotten this swirled, let's see, Swirled Designs? Isn't it fun? It's just real artsy, isn't it? So I feel like I need just something a little bit more. We're going to go ahead and do the blessings, like, I don't know. If you look back here at the card sketch, they obviously have the sheep there, and they have it down towards the bottom. But I think I'm gonna keep the blessings kind of up in amongst the swirls. But I want to do one more thing. There are some, let's see, I did the stars. What's the other thing? Oh, there's some flowers. I want to do some flowers. So I did flowers right there. I might do like just a flower or two on the blessings. Okay, just to kind of bring it all in. And then obviously we need to just do some flowers on the inside of the card. I'll just do another one right there. Okay. When you do the stamp, you don't have to do the whole stamp. You can just do a small corner of it. And I did not use this blotchy one. I love that. Just a big watermark brush-like thing. And I didn't use the circle either because we did these instead. So let's go ahead and finish up our card. It is really a fun card. I have really enjoyed this set. I can see a lot of potential with this. As a matter of fact, I'll probably stay up a little bit late tonight and do some more. I want to really make this outstanding. So I feel like I need to take, Peggy knows I like to do this. Oh, thank you, Peggy. I appreciate your sweet comments. Peggy knows that I like to take my stamp pad and just rub along the sentiment. It gives it the appearance that there's a piece of cardstock behind it. Just makes it a little bit more outstanding. So I did take the, okay. I did take the backings off there. So yeah. Oh, isn't that neat, you guys? Isn't that fun? I love that. So it may bother you like it bothers me that, you know, the main part of the design is flat and then we've popped up the center. And I didn't pop this up. It's kind of loose, but it's secure. It's in place. And then the star too is the same way. So I can't wait to try to see what I'm going to try with my next card. Like I said, these are the pieces that I did not use, and I could put one of these like across the bottom of here, and I will do that. So this was my first card that I was just kind of playing around with the stamps, and then I decided I needed to use the dies. So I made this one first, and I did use the Painted Illusions, the product of the month, DSP. I'm going to call this side A, and then I flipped it over and used side B on this card. And I think I do like the center of this propped up, you know, or popped up, I should say, where here it's flat. And so what do you guys think? So that is going to be my cards for this evening. I would like to see if you guys have this stamp set or this bundle. If you have more ideas, let me know. But this is going to be my video for April 7th, 2024. I hope you all had a nice Easter, and I also hope that the rest of your week goes really, really well. So if you need anything, you know how to get a hold of me, and God bless.